Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker with your tarot card reading for the next full moon phase from 10th of September until 26th of September. This full moon is going to be in Pisces. So Sagittarius, there's a lot of water energy going around, and I don't exactly know how you're going to deal with this, but these are not just emotions from the people around you, but your own, right? So you're going to realize something about your own motivations and how you feel about things, right? You've been in a phase of like revisiting the past, and now you're making up your mind on how you felt and want to feel, right? That is probably it. That being said, it is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and share to whoever might enjoy this reading style. Now let's see. The DNA spread, that is a form of the Tree of Life spread of my own invention, where this is the spirit axis and the energies balancing around that. Let's see. In your soul spot, there is the Chariot. You are very determined, but not exactly moving. Well, that is a very good energy to have in the soul spot, where you're like, okay, I want to make this work, whatever it is, right? Now let's see what you have to do to make this work. In your challenge, there's a Death in reverse. That is a Scorpio energy, but it basically means transformation, right? So you're struggling with that transformation because, well, you're determined but not exactly moving. Sagittarius, for you, I kind of get there could actually be a Scorpio involved, like you letting go of that Scorpio energy, which also makes sense because it's a lot of water, right? Like the Pisces full moon is coming with a lot of emotionality, and Scorpio is a way, incorporates an energy to deal with emotions that you actually like and are very intrigued by. So could be that you're dealing with dealing with the Scorpio energy, or how to let go of that, of being so idealizing towards that Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be, though. Might resonate for some. In the sum of it all, the death means transformation and letting go of something, right? Letting something let go of you, letting something die away. And that is the core challenge of this, right? The Chariot, watching something die and being determined to just like move past it, right, at some point. Because the Chariot is not exactly, fast moving. It's very determined, but not fast moving. So let's see how you manifest this. You are manifesting a Four of Swords in reverse. Means you are struggling with like being a little stagnant, but you're manifesting moving out of that energy. So you've been hanging in there, you've been dealing with all the shit you need to deal with, and now it's time to make the next step after this is let go, in a sense. So let's see how the energies, how the experience is revolving around this. You being determined to go through with this transition and then come out of your hole, in a sense, with that Four of Swords, trying to like pull through a challenge, right? And like shield yourself, in a sense, against adversity. And you are managing well. Now let's see how exactly you are managing this. The Emperor. That is a beautiful energy to come from. The Emperor energy is like, it's a lot about structure for you, right? You want growth and you know what you want, so you gotta embrace the structures, build the structures you need to grow into that. Like it's all about a new life for you, right? And you know something has to die out, but you are very much working on new structures, like cleaning out old structures, like from what I get from the past readings, right? You are in the Emperor mode. That is very, very beautiful energy to be in. Yes, especially when on the other side there is that Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is wanting to take your vision to the next level. Your vision that can be of a project of your life in general, and I kind of get for you it's a life-changing thing, right? So you are you are determined with that Chariot right here in your Emperor energy to like be hands-on and put the structures in place for that new vision of your life and yourself to come to fruition, right? And for that, something needs to go. Now let's see what these energies will like give you, like what lesson they will give you. In the spot of the 3, there's a Father of Swords in the spot of the 3. Who else had that? Scorpio. Scorpio had the Father of Swords in the exact same position in the spot of the 3. So trying to be very smart about it, right? And making logical and sound decisions, not hasty, but like logical, sound, hanging in there. I love the Father of Swords. It's a beautiful card. Can be over-controlling, especially when there's an Emperor, but well, the Father of Swords also realizes that death needs to take place for something new to be born, right? And it's so funny that I was talking about this actually meaning a Scorpio energy for you, and then Scorpio had the same realization in the first spot where they also need to be or want to be very logical about something. Very interesting. So in your challenge row right here, surrounding that death card, there's a Daughter of Wands in reverse and a Judgment. Yeah, well, that makes sense. So that new beginning is delayed because the new beginning in passion, that Daughter of Wands, is kind of delayed, or you're still waiting on news, whatever, but you've been trying to manifest a new beginning here and had to realize that there's some things you need to take care of first. That is that Judgment right here, is to set yourself free and to like not only make a judgment call, but also like get your affairs in order, that kind of deal, right? Especially then here surrounding that death card, it is that you're very much aware what needs to go for you to and indulge and engage in that new life that you're planning, right? And well, your vision is going into a Daughter of Wands, like wanting to move but not exactly moving, because the Emperor needs to face Judgment and revisit old structures, old behavioral patterns, and let that go, right? To really become a new version, right? Because you are in that Chariot energy, basically. Your soul decided to be a Chariot, not exactly an Emperor. That is, the Emperor is way more fiery, way more like pure masculine, which goes for male and female alike. Masculine means the progressive energy, the creative will, you know. And the Chariot is a way more insightful and, well, determined, yes, but more kind of going with the flow, insightful kind of energy. So not as pushy as an Emperor, right? And that's what your soul decided, kind of to... So you kind of go more with the flow, see how it unfolds, and then make a move at the right time with that Father of Swords. So now let's see what you're manifesting here. Ace of Wands, there you go. There is your new beginning and like the full potential of that new beginning. On the other hand, there is an Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which, well, the fact that it's in reverse doesn't exactly mean well, there might be something about your vision that you need to revisit and do differently, right? Where you're like, okay, I was sure I'm going to do it like this. And then that Daughter of Wands is in reverse. That new beginning is not exactly working out as planned because the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. So something you were working on was not exactly panning out, or you have to rework something, right? So it's something... somehow you need to set it up in a different way, and then the funny thing is then you're getting even more than a daughter of wands, you get an ace of wands. The ace of wands is way more powerful than that daughter of wands. It's the full potential of fire energy, right? So rethink it. If it doesn't work, don't throw it away. Just like tweak it and see what new skill there is that you might have to learn, what you might have overlooked, or what you can tweak in a different way. And that is also being smart, right? With that Father of Swords. And then you're going to manifest that ace of wands, and finally come out of that Four of Swords energy, which keeps you a little, protected and stagnant at the same time, right? So you're moving out of that the moment you are tweaking, however you're working on this. But you're getting into working on the new just now, because you've been working on releasing the old, and you're still very much in that energy with the judgment, the death, right? So the reason something hasn't happened yet for you is because there's still something to let go of, which is not only about the structures that you already rearranged, but maybe something about your own Emperor energy. So your masculine, or like your creative drive, that needs a little adjusting, right? It's beautiful, it's just might need some like adjusting, direction, openness towards doing something in a different way. Let's see what you're learning from this in the spot of the 6 is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Well, yeah. The realization you get from this is that if you're not doing it right, if you're not tweaking it, then it's not going to have that growth that you want. The growth is going to be delayed, right? But you want it to happen fast. So it makes sense if that 8 of Pentacles is in reverse. So you're either not working on that new beginning, or the way you're working is a lot of wasted energy. That's when you have to realize you're putting more in than you get out. That growth is delayed, right? Even though there's the full potential of a new beginning. And I get that it's not just love or a business. It's all for you. That Ace of Wands is everything you want. It's like you want to. It has a lot of business in here for me, from the feeling, because that is a lot of how we set ourselves up in this reality. So love is going to come after this. It's not a big topic for you right now. It's about like self-love and desire and like creative willpower. And you're using it, you're going for it, but it feels like you need to do something in a different way than you did before, right? Because back in the day, you were like more pushy about your visions and like just like getting them across, right? Pushing through, and now you will use that energy, you will use that progressive energy in a beautiful way. However, I feel like you need to learn something new to apply it fruitfully, right? So that 8 of Pentacles in reverse is not that you're not working, no, or that something is not working. It means that it needs to work differently. That's what I feel, because there is that Ace of Wands, like you are on the right track, and you're coming out of this idea of having to pull through. So probably this is a strong sign of work smarter, not harder, right? So like, how can you simplify processes, what new skill, new software, whatever could help you go there very, very much faster. Like if you got a business and you've been preparing your social media on your laptop, and now suddenly you realize it's not a good idea, stuff like that, you should be able to do it all from your phone like this, right? Not script it too much, all that stuff. Like that could be something of that kind, where you realize, yeah, you are on the right path, but it's not working. Why? Because you need to flip the way you're going about it. And furthermore, for you, I see something needing to be let go with that death card and the judgment around it. There is, in addition to how this manifests in reality, like some new skill you're actually tangibly like applying, that death card means that you're working with an internal energy also at the same time. I feel like, yeah, maybe it's that Scorpio energy. Maybe it is having to realize that you've been idealizing a way of doing things, even though it was not your way of doing things, right? Or not the way you want to do it anymore. See, so you not only find something new about it, get a new skill. For that, you need to be open, right? You need to let go of this idea that a certain thing has to be done a certain way. And that is that internal judgment, that internal letting go, right? That internal transformation. Also, you manifesting getting out of that Four of Swords. That is you letting go of those, like, let's say, coping mechanisms or like fixed ideas you had in your mind, right? Because you realize, well, it's not working like this exactly, so let's tweak it. But be sure, Sagittarius, there is that Ace of Wands, and it's bookending your Emperor Three of Wands right here, like your vision. Your vision is gonna come to pass. You're gonna be starting real soon. The moment you realize there's something you need to tweak. You need to be open to learn a new skill or do something in a different way, with a different intention, maybe mindset, whatever. But then also very tangibly in a different way. Approach something in a different way. If that is for a relationship, that is like talking to your partner in a different way. Something like that. But for you, it's very much, I feel like it's pivotal, and it's just generally life-changing. It's going to include everything, but it feels very much like a project. So that is a beautiful transformation, because you're realizing, very consciously realizing, that you are on the right track, but you need to flip it. And you're going to do so. Sagittarius, that is a beautiful reading. If that resonated with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Also, if you want to go further in, I do give online tarot readings, so send me a message via the link in the header or the channel links, and we go into your particular experience and see how I can help you with that. I would love to be of service. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great time. I love you.